What is up, disc golfers? Today on Iceberg TV, I'm here with the world famous Scott Stokely. I had the opportunity to come down here to South Carolina to film with him, and he's going to take a look at my backhand technique. And Scott is convinced that he can add upwards of 50 to 75 feet of my distance, or to my backhand distance today.
Yeah, so right off the bat, I wouldn't go so far as to say world famous. I don't think anybody in Peru has ever heard of me. That negates the world famous part. But I'm positive. You told me you throw a 400-foot sidearm and a 330-foot backhand, then I know for certainty, without seeing you throw, there's something mechanical wrong with your backhand that I can fix for sure. I have an online 6-month class, Become a Complete Disc Golfer. They've been running all year. I got 6 classes been going all year. The next class starts in November. All the information's at scottstokely.net. But it's not just like watching videos. That's YouTube. There's interactive. I have 5 trainers. You're going to be doing unlimited form reviews. It's really cool. So check it out, scottstokely.net, and now I'll fix your throw.
And to find Scott Stokely's program, you just click the link in the description below. You'll go right to his website, and you'll be able to sign up for that over there, and I would highly recommend you do that. It's the fastest way to improve your game going forward and make you the best player that you can be.
Absolutely, and especially if you're in Peru, because I would like to be world famous. All right, let's watch you throw.
Yep, I have a stack of drivers here. I'm going to do a couple throws, and then Scott's going to try and fix what's wrong, and hopefully I'm able to get a little bit more distance.
I'm not going to try and fix it. I'm shallow, y'all. This is all I do, so I'm not going to try to fix it. I'll fix it for sure.
All right, ready?
Let's see what you're doing.
Okay.
Okay, so when I watch someone throw, like, I can't enjoy watching people disc golf anymore because all I see is cartoon bubbles popping up around you, pointing at the various things. You were leaning over, though, slowing down your rotation. You were throwing lower. You're less strong down here than up here. Your head was forward, preventing your reach back, and you're also starting to rotate your shoulders before you plant. And that was the first time I've ever seen you throw.
Yeah, true.
Okay, yeah. 4 things you're doing. All 4 of them are killing your distance. Like, I can tell you, well, let me ask you. You get inside 300 feet, 250 to 300 foot hyzer shots, slam dunk. You're up and down every time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for sure.
Because the way you throw mechanically is just like you would throw if every hole was a 250 foot hyzer. So we need to break this down. The whole video, this would be probably way too long of a video, so I guess I'll have to chop it up, but grab a disc. Okay, a couple things we're gonna do. First off, you are not gonna be leaning over to throw. You're gonna be keeping your weight above your hips. Okay. Ignore the fact that you see some pros leaning over. You also see some pros upright. That's how their bodies move. Everybody's body is different. But you are leaning over. Think of a figure skater with their arms out. When you lean over, some of your mass is not above your center. Rotation slows down. Slower rotation, less power. Okay. You are also throwing from down here. You are far less strong down here, pulling parallel to the ground, than you are up here. Okay. So we need you to pull across your chest. Now, right off the bat, when you stop leaning over and you pull up higher, every disc is going to leave your hand at a different angle. So every single disc that you throw on a disc golf course now, you will be throwing a different model of disc next time you go out, because it will leave your hand at a different angle. You have to relearn your discs, no big deal. So let's start with doing that. Let's have you stand upright.
Be a little more upright?
Yeah, but we're gonna start with you completely upright.
Okay.
If you wind up feeling more comfortable, a little bit leaned over, that's how your body moves, we can do that, but we're going to start with just being upright. We also need your head. I'm going to talk loud because of the wind. We need your head to go back. You're keeping your head forward. Here, all you got to do is look. When you reach back and your head goes with the body, you can reach back. If your head is forward, that's how much reach back you're losing simply because your head stayed forward.
Okay.
When you keep your head forward, you're like a ball golfer who draws the club back 3/4 of the way and stops. Like, you can still play, but you're losing that first 25% of the swing where you're going to generate a massive amount of power. Okay. We need your head to go back, and we need you to plant first. Watch my video on snap. Search for Scott Stokely Snap, or click the link below. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to go step by step. I'm going to put your body in the correct position every single step, and we're going to pause to get your posture correct. If your posture is correct every single step, the throw will automatically work. You're going to have more snap like that.
Okay.
So face me. And actually take a half step back. So, no, right about this.
Okay.
Okay, so first off, take that disc, get it up here. Okay. Now it's never going down here again.
Okay, no more here.
No more here. So don't even start on the tee pad here. Start up here.
Okay.
All right. So first step, just push your disc forward a little bit. That's your step.
Okay, so step,
Yep.
put it here.
Yep. Now, you're going to do your X step as you reach back slowly, and you're going to go 1, 2.
Okay.
1, 2. Stop. Right off the bat. Hold the disc. That's where you're going to be.
Okay.
So when you get to a throw, when you actually throw the disc, you're going to be in that position. Now your head's not going to be all the way that far back when you throw, but as a training technique to get people to stop keeping their head forward, I have your head go all the way back, then you inch your way forward.
Yeah, so you really want to try and turn, like really rotate
You
like that.
absolutely want to turn.
Okay.
And then you're going to throw the disc, you're going to pull it across your body where you have the most strength, which is going to be here, not down here.
Yeah, there's that. Okay.
Okay, now this would be a very long video because I just showed you how to do it, but what I just showed you is the end result. I don't teach the end result, it doesn't work. Teaching the end result is watching a YouTube video and then going out and doing what that pro does, which everyone who watches tutorial videos knows doesn't really work. There's a process to get there. That process takes a little while. So go ahead and kill the camera, and we'll come back and we'll get you set up and we'll have you throwing right in about 20 minutes.
All right, guys, so during this point when Scott was showing me exactly what I need to be doing with my throw, he was sort of dismantling all the mistakes that I was making and then showing me the correct way for me to be able to have an effective, more efficient throw. And he took it down and broke it into step-by-step instructions, and it made it very easy for me to make sure that I was doing the right thing. He put my body where it needed to be and then explained it to me in a way that was easy to understand. And at the end of it, I was able to throw a standstill shot that went just further than my my original throw with a full approach. So you can see this standstill shot I'm gonna throw here went way further than the throw I did at the beginning of the video, and you can see I got a nice, beautiful golf line out of that shot.
Okay, so you did great. How long did we work on this for?
It's probably been about 15 minutes or so, maybe 20 minutes, but we were able to pack a lot of information into that 20 minutes, and hopefully you guys like the final result.
Yeah, and by the way, I warned you in advance. I'm incredibly arrogant about my teaching. I'm not arrogant about anything else in the world. It's just this is my life. And so we had you work on some things. I mean, we're not expecting it to be perfect. The things we worked on, the 4 I mentioned, none of them are majorly wrong. Like, obviously you've been playing for years. If you throw 330 feet, you can't do that throwing horribly. It's impossible. I mean, that's from the goal line to the goal post at the other end of a football field. I mean, that's still high level disc golf. It's just not where you want it to be. So we made some changes. Let's watch you go ahead and throw.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, perfect.
We'll see if you all watching can identify those 4 things. Remember what I said. He was leaning over too much. He was throwing from too low. He kept his head forward, and he was starting to rotate before he planted his foot.
All right, I'm gonna try and put it together. It's still new.
Yeah. Don't try to throw with 100% power. If you do, your old technique will get back in.
Yeah.
So go ahead and throw with 70% power. You'll still hit the 330 or 350 with like 70% power.
Perfect. All right. Keep this up.
Yep.
Posture. Yep. Oh yeah. So much farther.
Okay, so that was about how far?
I'd say probably around 350. I'd say it was a bomb for me.
And did you throw it hard?
No, I could have thrown it a lot harder.
Okay. Now, a couple things there. You swiveled your wrist a little bit. You popped the nose up a little bit. It wasn't bad, but that little bit. I mean, 20 feet here, 20 feet there. There is zero reason. In fact, I'm going to go ahead and say it now because I'm going to make a bold statement. You said you cap at 330. If you're not throwing 400 feet like this in 1 month with what we worked on today, make a video about how my teaching doesn't work. I give you full permission. I guarantee 400 feet is in your wheelhouse, easy.
I appreciate that, and I'm looking forward to trying everything. And what I liked about what Scott showed me today was he actually broke it down step by step, so when I do make a mistake on that throw, I know I didn't rotate enough, and I know I had my wrist in a bad position where I get no snap. Scott taught me that I can identify these things on my own a little bit now, so I know when I make the mistake. And I used to never be able to fix my mistakes, or I would have been able to fix them. So Scott broke it down in a way where I can feel where I'm making errors, and I think a month down the road, I'm hoping to be throwing hopefully well beyond 400 feet as long as I'm putting in the work.
Yeah, it's really funny. One person told me, not one person, sorry, multiple people have told me, they said, you know why you're a good teacher? It's because of how good you are at pretending to be excited for people when they throw. And I'm like, what are you talking about pretending? This is like I said, this is my life. I love doing this. I love taking someone that loves disc golf and making them better, because the thing you love more. I will pitch my class one more time. My 6-month online Become a Complete Disc Golfer class. You can sign up at scottstokely.net. You can, by the way, you can even pay month to month for the 6-month class. But it's not a directional teaching. You're constantly throughout the class posting unlimited number of videos for form reviews. We'll be having you working step by step on the steps and having you change them, and then shooting videos, and me and the 5 trainers, like professionally trained trainers that I've trained, that I pay to be there. They're not volunteers. I mean, this is their job. Between all of us, we will make sure that it ends with you throwing correctly. Like, nobody leaves the class thinking, nah, that was fun. I learned a thing or two, but I had a good time. Like, I'll send you your money back if that's the result. You're paying to get it. And you will if you take my class. You have my word. So, scottstokely.net. Thanks, man.
Yeah, it was a good time. I
appreciate it. That was a lot of fun.
So if I had 6 months with Scott Stokely, I would come. I already know, based on what we've done in 20 minutes.
You're on tour next year.
I would come out a completely different player. I'm 950, 960 rated, and I have no doubt I'd be 1,000 and beyond after having 6 months with Scott. What he did in 20 minutes is going to be game-changing, so I know 6 months could change your game forever.
Yeah, and then you're going to post an update in a month of how far you're throwing.
Well, all right, guys, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Check out Scott's channel and his website. Both those links are in the description below. Huge thanks to Scott Stokely for coming by the channel.
You did so good.
Super good to have him on Iceberg TV. And yeah, hopefully we film again soon.
Yeah,
Thank you for watching, everybody. Take care.
That was great. Good job, man. That was really, really good.